What we're going to do today is we're going to start working on what the sine curve looks like, the graph of f of x equals the sine of x. And what does that mean? What is it asking us to do? What we're going to do is we're going to take the y values, or the sine values, at each of these critical degree measures, and we're going to kind of roll it out onto a coordinate system. And what I've done is I have the unit circle here, and the x-axis here is going to correlate with the x-axis here. So if we were to draw a line, this should draw fairly accurately there. And then what I want you to do is to take the height of this point, and remember the height of that point is talking about the sine value. So if we were to draw in our 90 degree or our right triangle, we created our 30, 60, 90 triangle, we know that we have this point right equal 3 over 2, 1/2. So what I want you to do is to take this height at 30 degrees and come over, and we're going to plot a point there on that 30 degrees. So this line, this point should line up pretty closely to that. Notice on our y-axis we go from 0 to 1/2 to 1 to 1.5. And at 30 degrees we have that 1/2 value. At 45, again, if we were to draw a straight line over on 45, notice I don't have my 30 or my 45 degree angle there, but it's halfway between 30 and my 60. So I can come here at 45 degrees and get as straight as we can over there. And we get about this point here. And then at 60 degrees we can do the same thing. We can go ahead and come over to our 60 degrees, kind of plot our point as accurately as we can on the 60. And then at 90 degrees, we're going to go ahead and plot that point as well, again, as accurate as we can. Right, so there's our 30, our 45, our 60, and then our 90. And again, these are going to correlate with the heights of each of these triangles on the unit circle. If we look here at 0, we can go ahead and put 0 in as well. That's going to give us at the origin. So we have now 5 of our points. At 120, we can go again, we can draw in that 120, our 135, our 150, and our 180. So if I were to draw those in, and remember this value at 60 and 120, the height of that triangle, they should be the same, shouldn't they? And we've seen that from our unit circle, that we get the same height there. And at 135 will be the same height as we have down here. Again, we're going to approximate, but that should be in a nice linear line. All right, and then at 150, we're going to be down here at 1/2. And then at 180, we'll be back down to 0. And what I'd like for you to do is to go ahead and continue these heights around. So at 210, we're going to be below the x-axis, and then continuing on. Remembering though that at 0, we can also call this the 360 degree angle. And then we're going to continue on around until we hit 720. At that point, what I want you to do is go ahead and draw in a nice smooth curve that's going to graph, or it's going to go through each of those points. So that'll be the start of what your graph should look like. After which, you're going to go ahead and answer some questions about this graph. Now, thinking about this graph and what the value, the distance between the 0 and 1 is, what does that 1 kind of relate to? Remembering from the unit circle, we have that unit is going to be 1 unit. So if you have questions, give me an email, let me know. Otherwise, good luck, enjoy, and happy finding that sine curve.